Sometimes the hardest part of life isn't making a decision, it's living with one you've already made, while not yet knowing how it will unfold. Waiting to hear back after applying for a job, wondering whether someone will reply to a message, sitting in a waiting room before your name is called, watching your phone light up, hoping it's the call you've been expecting. Life contains more waiting than we often realize. Most of us would rather have an answer we don't like than a question that refuses to go away. Uncertainty has a way of filling empty spaces. A delayed reply becomes a dozen possible explanations. A meeting moved to tomorrow suddenly feels significant. A short conversation gets replayed for reasons we can't explain. Not because we've chosen to overthink, because the mind naturally tries to complete unfinished pictures. There are seasons where, uncertainty feels small, choosing where to go on holiday, trying a new restaurant, deciding whether to rearrange your living room or your living space, Then there are moments that carry a bit more weight, yeah, a bit more significance, waiting for results of that medical examination you've done. Starting a new relationship without knowing where it's heading, or leaving a job before another one is certain. Those experiences can make time feel strangely different. A single afternoon can seem incredibly long when we're waiting for news that matters. One of my earlier memories or experiences of this was during high school. So I was roughly 15 years old in the UK, waiting for results for exams that I did. They were called GCSEs. And at the time, I was waiting and I was scared, I was nervous. But guess what? I wasn't nervous or scared because of the results. I was more nervous and scared because of my mum's reactions of the results. Yeah, that's a very, very firm memory that I have. And one thing I've gradually noticed is that certainty is very, very rare. Even the people who appear completely confident often making decisions without knowing exactly how things will turn out. We just don't usually see that part. We see the business after it succeeds, the relationship after it's established, the move after everything is settled. We rarely see the evening spent wondering if they'd made the right decision. It's easy to imagine that confidence means having fewer doubts. Nah, I don't think that's true all the time. Sometimes confidence is simply continuing despite not having every answer. Taking the next step without demanding to know where every future step will lead. Most of life seems to work like that. One decision leading to quietly another. Think about the people who have had the greatest influence on your life. One person that comes to my mind for me is my older brother. Yeah. From tying my shoelace to riding my bike to confidence to even do this podcast and a whole heap of other things. Yeah, yeah, it's him. Many of these people probably weren't following a perfect plan. Yeah. Teachers who accepted a job they almost turned down. Friends who happened to sit beside you one day, first day of class or college or even first day at work. A conversation that you nearly cancelled and whew, you're so glad you engaged with it. Or a journey that you almost didn't make, but that journey meant meeting people while you were away. It's very, very remarkable how important parts of our lives begin without announcing themselves as important. Yeah. There's something quite reassuring about that. It means today's uncertainty doesn't automatically become tomorrow's regret. Sometimes it becomes tomorrow's opportunity. Yeah, keyword opportunity. Sometimes it becomes tomorrow's story. And sometimes it simply becomes another reminder that life has always contained far more unknowns than certainties. We spend a great deal of energy trying to predict what comes next, yet some of the best parts arrive without prediction. An unexpected friendship, a new direction, a conversation that changes the course of a day. The truth is, uncertainty doesn't only protect us from disappointment, it also leaves room for surprise. Maybe that's one of the reasons hope survives so well alongside uncertainty. Neither knows exactly what's coming next. Both continue anyway. I'll leave that thought with you until next time.